Welcome to another episode of These Are the Aesthetics. I go by the name of Cheech, aka the Petty Scorpio, aka Certified Lover Boy, aka IRS. Where's my refund check? Nah, I still haven't got my shit, bro. I ain't
Not
gonna
even
hold
tax season, bro.
Nah, it passed. That's the problem.
Get that shit going, bro. Oh man, I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka Certified Fashion Killer, aka.
Okay.
I'm here, man.
Okay.
I thought I had one, but it went away.
I need that income tax. I'm gonna do my first fly out. Hey, you got those things are expensive. I just got.
She gotta be bad if you really want to fly out.
I'm just joking. Allegedly. How you doing, man? How you feeling today?
Doing good, man. I'm just glad to be here. It's just when you're home a lot more often, I've realized I've been on social media a lot more, so I need to like kind of balance that out, like, because I want to like pick up on actually watching like TV shows or movies a lot more instead of being on Instagram. Because you go on Instagram, you see a lot of bullshit every single day,
and it's funny bullshit. It's
funny bullshit, man. You just start talking shit and debating for no reason. It's like, bro, I just need to take the phone off.
Yeah,
like,
starting random arguments with people.
And random shit just be getting you upset. Like, you saw the post that Gunna made today? Like,
yeah, that got me highly upset.
The fact that I can see his belly button in the outfit has got me really upset.
If you want a see-through dress, just say that. Oh, man.
So everything go with you?
Yeah, everything's all right, man. I'm okay. Health is on point. Family's okay. Yeah, man, just another day in paradise.
Another day in paradise. Well, this week has been literally probably one of the most legendary weeks in musically.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So first we're gonna get into like this Certified Lover Boy album. A lot of talk.
Definitely a lot of talk. A lot of hype.
Everyone wanted to hear my opinion too. I was surprised. Y'all made me feel like I'm somebody this week.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you want to dive right into it?
Well, before you start breaking it down, breaking down the track list, I should say, what was your first? Where did you listen to the album? That's my first question for you.
All right, but the first listen, I listened to my headphones. So, and I told you that like listening to both Certified Lover Boy and Donda, I didn't have the greatest listening experience because I didn't have my car at the moment. My mom is listening to it. So I'm listening to like
but there's no excuse. I mean, you have a Beats pill, you have a TV, you have a sound system.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit in the Beats pill, but of course, like, I'm not gonna blast the Beats pill at 1:30 in the morning.
In your house, yeah, you right. Dad is sleeping, mom is home from a long day of work.
I'll try to be courteous. So I hit play, and all I hear is "I love you, I love you, I love you," and I'm like, I kind of had a headache because like the beat and his lyrics were like at the same volume level, so like it kind of like fucked up my mental. But yeah, first listen, it wasn't my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. First listen, I was just like, I was playing 2K because I like to do something while I'm like playing the music. And I'm like, I didn't have a great first experience.
You can't do that with Drake because when Drake drops, it's like a national music holiday. Like literally, people are planning. I saw people posted up, listening parties at their house or just going over to a homie's house,
getting haircuts,
putting a little heart on there, which I think is corny personally, but do you? Do what you want with your money. But it's just, I think, to consume Drake for the artist that he is, because he's gonna take shots at people that that he wanted
the industry,
to.
Yeah.
The industry, he's gonna say something clever. The beats, the little pockets in the beats he's gonna find to jump the flows. You have to literally pay attention to the whole thing to get it. So.
And actually, as far as you talk about like how everyone's anticipating it, I'm gonna say a wild take that I know I'm gonna get scrutinized for.
Okay.
I think that this release, not quality-wise and musically, but I think Drake officially passed Lil Wayne in like his highest peak of stardom.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because we were outside when Lil Wayne was going
crazy.
He was like, Lil Wayne was everywhere. The radio, TV, you just felt his presence literally everywhere. And for some reason, all throughout Drake's career, I never felt like his stardom ever passed Wayne's run. But with this release, I remember when he posted earlier this week that dropping September 3rd. So you start seeing like track lists, the billboards. So I'm like, damn, it really feels like Drake's actually about to come with new music. So you just feel it in the atmosphere.
Yeah. And all over social media, ESPN was posting it. His athlete friends were posting about the album, and these people got their own following as well. I saw GQ posted pic of him. Like everybody that Drake is associated with,
highlights
has done business for. Has done business with. Is just everybody was just posting the album, and I'm like, yo, like the bar is up there now, like. You get what I'm saying? And for me, I was going into the album. I'm like, okay, Certified Lover Boy. The only album that I could think that would have a romantic vibe about it that he's done, or R&B vibe, is Take Care. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe this is an evolution of Drake and his love life, and I felt like Certified Lover Boy was gonna be an extension of Take Care, but that's obviously not what we got. But I'm gonna let you completely finish with your take so I could dive in mine. Pull up the album. Just tell me some of your favorite tracks and why, and
all right, so
we can start that way.
Let me start with, I guess, like my broad statement.
Okay.
My opinion of Certified Lover Boy, Drake's 6th studio album. This album just felt uninspired.
Okay.
It felt uninspired. It's not his best work, in my opinion. Okay. But I do love the album. Actually, I like the album a lot because the tone of Drake when he's into like his melodic, like kind of like what's that song where he's like cups of the rose? Oh, Marvin's Room.
Marvin's Room.
Yeah,
when he's in that slow.
When he's in that Marvin's Room bag, like I fuck with it because like that's like you play that type of music when like you're on a long drive on your way back home. Not when you're on your way somewhere, but when you're on your way back home. That's when you like play that. So I like that. A lot of the songs felt kind of like skips, in my opinion. But even though I say it sounds like skips, it just means like when you're in the whip with the homies. That's what I mean by a skip. So,
what's your rating before you dive into the track list?
My rating as a Drake album, I'm gonna give it about a 6.5.
Because we can't compare Drake to anybody else. Let's get that clear.
You're comparing Drake to himself.
Yeah, Drake is his own animal. His numbers are unmatched. This is no way, shape, or form bashing Drake or anything, but we're just talking about from the bar that he has set for himself. We comparing the album to that.
And it's already a flex that I'm comparing a man to his old self.
Exactly.
And actually, I did some research. I've heard people's like critiques. We already have to acknowledge the fact that Drake doesn't have to put out music.
He really doesn't.
The fact that he's one of the only like stars out there, a lot of like the Rihannas, Frank Ocean, The Weeknds, that have all these people, they choose to like put out music when they feel like it, once in a blue moon. But Drake consistently loves to drop music every single year. If it's not a feature or an album or a tape, that's one thing I always love about Drake. But with this album right here, I'm gonna give it, I think I said like a 6.5 out of a 10. There's some songs that's cool. I love the intro, by the way. Like Drake's intros are obviously like untouchable.
And his closing tracks.
I didn't even feel. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even feel
outro.
This. I didn't.
The remorse.
I didn't care.
Oh yeah,
for
you
the
bugging.
outro.
He was talking.
He was talking, but it's like at the end of the album, because the album felt so bloated. Where it's like at this point, I don't even care what you got to say at this point.
At the end, okay.
That's just how I felt. So I'm just quickly talk about like my favorite tracks.
Okay.
I love Champagne Poetry. Daddy Something I Could Have Did Without. Very awkward Nicki Minaj feature because it's weird because it's like they have an inside joke, but they put the inside joke on the song, but no one understands the joke.
Okay. Did you say Daddy's home? It's Poppy's home.
I'm not gonna call this nigga Pop. Well, it's already weird saying this shit.
I know.
And the thing that makes me more mad about that song, glad you brought that up. The song is called Poppy's Home. He didn't say Poppy not once.
I get the message of where he was going with the song.
I sounds moist reading this whole title anyway. I like the Little Baby song, the Lil Durk and Giveon or Jivion, I Could Have Lived Without. Love All Is Cool. Fair Trade.
That's my favorite song on the album.
The song is decent in my opinion, but you have to remember this is the same two people that brought us Sicko Mode.
Okay.
This time I guess felt like a B-side song in my personal opinion.
It was a slower.
Way Too Sexy. I wasn't a fan of it at first, but I know the girls are gonna run with it. There's gonna be a banger in the club, the strip club. I get it. That's gonna be like the one where you're gonna see everywhere.
The caption queens are gonna run with that too. You know that. We knew that.
Exactly. TSU. Love TSU.
Love TSU.
That's my favorite song on the album.
He makes me want to go to Houston for my birthday. I ain't gonna hold you.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I almost thought about going to Playhouse after I was done listening to the album.
With a stack of ones.
Because like Drake has this thing about him where it's like he'll make a strip club anthem, but it's not like no drums or heavy beats. It's like all harmonies at a fucking strip club. But it's like I don't know how he does it, but it's dope to me.
He definitely know how to talk to the ladies for sure.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna go through like every single track, but I'm gonna go through. I like Yeba's Heartbreak. I think
Standout track for sure.
That was more of like an interlude. I liked it a lot.
I wished it was longer. I wanted that to be a whole full song.
He should let Yeba cook on that one. Knife Talk is cool. I think 7 a.m. on Bridal Path, we can indulge into that a little bit after.
he went crazy on that.
Let me see. I always love Ty Dolla $ign with Drake. That's my personal opinion. Because Ty Dolla $ign is that one. He's that one guy that kind of makes Drake get into his R&B bag.
I like when Ty Dolla $ign get with Drake and he's doing the ad libs. When Ty Dolla $ign just sings and then you hear Drake sing, it's two different type of singing. You get what I'm saying?
It's like Ty
Dolla $ign really is a singer. Drake is inspired by dope singers. Like he can harmonize, so Drake could put something together. Mm-hmm. But when you get in there with a nigga that's in his bag, when Ty get in his bag, like
everyone knows, I'm a big Ty Dolla $ign fan. The only thing what pisses me off with Ty Dolla $ign is that he never tries to go to his full potential.
He's comfortable.
He's very comfortable. Because he knows he can do better. But it's like, bro, if I'm giving you my half-ass work for the same check,
and it's going crazy.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
People could say the same thing about Drake, but
yeah. And of course, You Only Live Twice, banger, hella bars. It's kind of like that. The one full circle moment where I felt like I heard growth because of like obviously his pop song with Wayne, YOLO, and then he comes up with this song, You Only Live Twice. It's kind of like a full circle moment. I like it. And then
I noticed that too.
Then you have the song with Kid Cudi. Not the best song, but obviously I'm a Kid Cudi. I'm not. It grew on me. It grows on me. I felt the chemistry in there, and I think it's really important the fact that they hashed their like 10 to 15 year beef just to come on this just to collab on this album, and I was more like thankful.
I didn't see it like that. I thought it was a lot of these features. I thought it was just me being a Scorpio, me knowing how petty I am. I thought that was a petty move. A lot of these are petty moves from Drake, because Kid Cudi was the second artist after John Legend that Kanye signed. So just looking back at this, when you see Travis, when you see Kid Cudi, when you see who else he had on there, when you see Jay-Z, so it's like in my mind, if I'm putting myself in Drake's shoes, okay, well, let me go get your mentor, which is Jay-Z. Okay, that's the nigga you look up to. I'm gonna get him on my album. Cudi, like the nigga you love to collaborate and that people love when he's like a dope crooner. He's gonna croon over the record, sing, harmonize, and kill shit. I'm gonna get him too, because he built a lot of your albums. And also, I'm gonna get your protege, which is Travis Scott, for a long time, and I'm gonna make him go crazy in here.
So do you feel like this is like a Drake? I mean, this is like a Kanye like diss album.
It's not necessarily the whole album is not a diss to Kanye, but I felt like, okay, cool. You think you slick, you think you clever. I'm gonna get some of your favorite people and put them on here. And I know they're gonna be on your album. We just gonna see whose songs hit harder when everything comes out. Yeah. So that's kind of like what I got from it.
All right. So what's your take on the album?
All right, let me start by saying that Drake is an amazing artist.
Cake.
No, it's not. It's not. To me,
I got on a Scorpion shirt, everybody.
to me, the album was a very safe album. The reason why I'm saying it's a safe album, because I don't think Drake took any liberties from the features. Seems like that's his friends. 21 Savage, he goes here, he's gonna kill shit, talk his shit.
But remember, he has no friends in the industry.
That was crazy again. Like, you have no friends, but your album got like 6-7 features. But cool, that's fine.
17.
We already know how these rappers give it up. Like, we all fucking bitches, but you married behind the scenes. But okay, cool. Like, I already know that's rapper shit.
Yeah.
So, and he knew a lot of rappers was gonna post that shit. It's just for shock value. Oh, no friends in the industry. A lot of people might feel like this. Let me throw this on here, and niggas is gonna relate. You feel me? Because somebody probably got, tricked by the system, signed by somebody. People probably
it's for people on the grind and shit. Yeah,
exactly.
Not for Drake, obviously, but it's more for like if you're on the grind, you want to come up and you feel like you can't trust nobody. Bump this one in the whip.
Yeah, because Drake always brag about having friends in high places. Like, he just had the Lemon Pepper freestyle saying how they love him in Dubai, how they love him here. Fam, okay.
He was just eating dinner with the judge and shit. Like,
exactly, fam. Come on, we're not doing that. He was in Bahamas with Meat Meal and Lil Baby playing dice. Fam.
You're the most industry person in the industry.
Got it, buddy. But to me, it was very safe because I felt like musically, he used the same beats, the same pockets. In a lot of the songs, like, he went second. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes to let niggas cook and then to show off, like, oh, I'm Drake still. You get what I'm saying? I think like the album overall was a statement to say I'm still me. I'm still that nigga. The album was very lyrical. He could have picked better beats, in my opinion. But I love the theme of the album, not the concept of the album, because I don't think he stayed true to the concept of love overall. But I like the theme of the album, which is, just having love for different things, or how love has betrayed him in a lot of cases. For example, when I listen to the album, when you hear songs like No Friends in the Industry, okay, he could also, that could be a reference to Kanye, because he shared a Kanye what he was going through behind closed doors, and it came out in a Pusha T diss. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you that high up, you can't be vulnerable around a lot of people, because people could use that information to hurt you in the long run. So I get it. He talked, when it came to the song "Pipe Down," one of my favorite tracks on the album. He's like, "Yo, how much money do I have to give you to pipe down?" Like, you said, you feel me? He was talking to the girl, like, you said you was gonna ride with me to the end, and you didn't. Like, I felt like, to me, he was just showing how vulnerable he could be in certain situations, and how he got out of those situations, and how he comes out on the other side being victorious in that situation.
I think, as far as regards to that, because I saw like a comment on Twitter. Someone said on Twitter that this album feels kind of soulless. And the reason why I kind of I understood what that person was saying is because I feel like Drake is being like fake deep in this album, in my opinion. Because keep in mind, I am a Drake fan. I know it looks like I'm a Drake hater. I have on a Scorpion t-shirt, everybody. But the thing is, like, with Drake, he is getting into this bag where it's like, I felt like he's in autopilot.
It's safe, but I don't
like safe. He's on autopilot. He's just going by.
But I think it's hypocritical whoever said that, because all men are like that.
I don't agree with that.
Well, let me tell you why. I think, because I'm like that. Because my thing is, if you've been hurt in the past, or you've given your all to a certain situation and it did not, benefit you at the end, you're gonna have your guards up. I feel like Drake right now, the reason why he says, "Oh, I can't get down with marriage." When you talking like that, that means you ran through so many holes, and there's so many girls that has shown you a different side of you, or just how ain't shit they are, and you don't want to submit to that. Like, when you say you don't want to get down to marriage, that tells me you hanging with the wrong crowd of women. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you are dating judges, teachers, I'm not saying some of them are not hoes and shit like that, because in hoes, when I mean hoes, like, a man could be a hoe and a female could be a hoe. You feel me? The word is subjective. But for me, Drake is always gonna give you shit. Drake gives you shit that you're gonna relate to. He's not gonna go too deep, because you cannot relate to Drake's problems. This nigga house look like the embassy. He looks like he looks like he lives in a fucking palace. So if I'm Drake and I go on a track and I'm talking about my tax problems, or how my lawyer is just trying to get a bigger cut that I pay him and shit, like, you're gonna be like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. You rich. Stop complaining. Stop whining. So he has to, even on the love side, he has to give you digestible shit. It's like baby food. I have to break this down enough for you to get it, but for me to come off as humble, as relatable to you. Because obviously Drake demo is wider, is broader. It's just like Rihanna. You transcend hip hop. Drake has transcended hip hop. Yeah. Everybody in this world knows about Drake. So I do agree that he did not go too deep in this album, but if he goes too deep, who's gonna relate to Drake? Like, yo, you got rich nigga problems. The type of girls that you messing with, we don't have access to these girls. You get what I'm saying? The emotions that you feel, and when somebody betrays you, it's not the typical way. Like, you feel me? Cause you that nigga. It takes a lot to get under your skin, because you could get any female you want. And the type of girls you go after could get any dude that they want. So a girl would literally have to play with your ego and your manhood for you to even come out of pocket or character. And I think the only girl he's done that for so far that I know about is Rihanna. I think Rihanna is the only girl that shook him out of his core, that got him to be a little bit vulnerable out there like that.
But my problem with Drake when it comes to like everything you're saying, that like he can't be too deep because who faces Drake's problems.
Exactly.
But it's like, I feel like everything he rapped about this album, he rapped about 3 to 4 years ago. Like, bro, you're approaching 35 closely. If I understand that we're having issues of like we're fucking bitches, we still have to worry about her mom, or like there's any college-ish shit. I don't want to hear Drake talk about college nigga problems, bro.
I hear you.
Even because like there's like literally no growth. Like the reason like I think I told you about this album is that Drake rapping on this whole album, I just felt like I've heard it already. Like, what's different between this album and if you're reading This Is Too Late?
I'd have to disagree, because with this album, he talked about having a therapist. That's something I've never heard Drake said before.
Yeah.
Having self-control, giving niggas chances, like forgiving niggas before you even come out of character. I feel like with this album, like he's braggadocious, but he's also saying like, yo, I got the missiles. I could have launched the missiles, but I'm keeping my cool, because I never want to come out of pocket and forget who I am to come down to your level. Even the way he talks to Kanye on that album, he's like, yo, you were great, but you sliding to number 3, like, like, you feel me? He made that baseball reference. So it's like, yo, there's a lot of violations, a lot of foul shit he could have said, but now it would just, I would have to come down to your level. You try to reach up to me. You try to tick me off. It doesn't work like that towards me. So, and Drake, to me, he's gonna always try to remain a gentleman at the end of the day. So he's always gonna try to be classy, even after the petty moves and the sassiness on the tracks. So to me, lyrically, he definitely improved and evolved. Like he's a different animal. He's finding way more clever shit to say. One of my favorite lines that made me, it's like a cheesy line, but it's shit like niggas would not think to say. He was like, I've been on your ass like back pockets. Like, shit like that. Like, when niggas say that, to even think about shit like that, it's just different. But as far as like my rating of the album, I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 because I feel like if the production was better, more creative, and sounded different than anything he's done in the past, then it would have bumped it up, a point or two for me. Lyrically, I wouldn't change anything except for, I hate when Drake dumb down his verses when he's rapping with like 21 Savage or like Lil Durk. Fam, you Drake, be Drake. I get it, you gotta let these niggas cook. I get it, these niggas is not gonna spaz.
He wants to blend in.
And that could be a deeper rooted issue. You get what I'm saying? Like, now you're around cooler niggas, you try to sound like them. And we seen Drake do that plenty of times. You'll get on the track. Even with the Playboy Cardi record he had on the Dark Lane demo tapes, he started rapping like Cardi, like Drake.
I didn't mind that, but Cardi fumbled that verse. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, but it's like, be Drake. We love you for being you, for being the nigga that's gonna be like, all right, nigga, you done with your verse? All right, I'm coming now. Like, I mean, I'm used to Drake being that person, so now, you feel me, him dumbing down some of the verses, because you could sense when he was really trying to pop his shit and he had to stop himself.
But what an argument I can make is that with this album, I felt like he didn't really have the biggest battery on his back like his other albums. Because last album, it was literally the people who put the battery in his back was Pusha T and Kanye.
Yeah.
Granted, he's still beefing with them niggas, but it's like, are you really gonna carry that same battery to this one? It's a different battery. Like in Views, his battery was for Meek Mill. And if you're reading This Is Too Late, his battery was for Tory Lanez. And actually, the reason why I love that album, if you're reading This Is Too Late, because he felt like that was a moment where Drake felt like he probably didn't have any friends in the industry, where he couldn't, he wasn't doing like the craziest amount of features around that time, and he just felt like everywhere he went that there's always someone out to get him. That's what I understand. But with this album, if I had to compare it to any of his work, I would say it's more of like a more polished So Far Gone, maybe a little bit like If You're Reading This Is Too Late lyrically wise. That's just my opinion.
I get what you're saying, but for me, it was, I don't know. He's
because this album had
Drake
had a Houston vibe.
His ego is bigger now. Fam, you got a plane in the last 3 years. You got a yacht. You finally built your dream home that cost you a couple hundreds of millions of dollars. You got Drake is literally Richie Rich. He could get anything he wants. He could get any bitch he wants. He could get any car he wants. He could work with any businesses that he wants. His name attached to any brand is going to elevate it. Him being a feature on your song is going to take you to the next level. We saw what happened with Block Boy JB. So for me, and plus the Billboard numbers, everything this nigga put out is number one. The placements are there. I'm the most streamed artist in history. I'm artist of the. He's coming from receiving the Artist of the Decade award. You know what that does to your ego, nigga? I'm that nigga. I don't have to impress y'all niggas. I pass Beatles for the most number ones. I'm on Elvis Presley's ass.
It affects his ego. I understand that, but everything you just said, that could also lead to him being like just
stagnant
and uninspired, which is probably not his fault. It's just where he just probably feels like he's at that plateau where it's like, I don't know where to go from here.
I don't think he has any challenges. Because there's a bar he said on the album. He was like, yeah, I'm at the top and I don't see you there. Like, it doesn't feel like you niggas are used to being at the top because I'm at the top.
I heard that, and he needs to battle Kendrick at this point. That's gonna revamp his career.
I think he has to go against Kendrick or he has to reignite a beef with like Hove. If Hove say something about him, now it's gonna attack his hip hop.
Him beefing Hove doesn't do anything for like the younger
I'm not
community.
saying when I mean beef, I don't mean like, because I mean they're both. Well, Drake is definitely worth a couple billions if you guys were being stupid. And
he said my net worth is different than Google. Trust me.
Exactly. And obviously Jay-Z got a few billy. You feel me? Or sitting on a few at least, as far as like assets and shit. But to me, it's like it's gonna take it's gonna take an animal to bring that side out of you. Cause
I think Kendrick can do that.
And in hip hop, it's all about competitive spirit. Yeah, Kendrick and Hove. Those are the only other two people that I feel like could literally reignite that fire in him that wants to make him rap again. But as far as like the tracks that I loved, like I said, Fair Trade is definitely like the sample, the melody, the rapping, the content. 9 out of 10 for me. That's my favorite track. Champagne Poetry, solid intro. Can't knock it. Love All with Jay-Z, dope track. Fair Trade, way too sexy. It's a vibe. In the whip, you got a few girls at the crib. You know, you got the ox to play something. That's one of those women confident boosters, and also a music. Women could sing that song, and niggas could sing that song to feel like that nigga. You feel me? I'm way too sexy for like when Future's I'm way too sexy for the trap.
He carried that song, by the way.
Know what I mean? So a nigga that trap or the nigga that do scams, he at a party. At this point, he's on the couch. You feel me? At this point, he's on the couch, you know, talking this shit with a bottle with some slug.
Can I interject, please? Because of one argument we had a couple weeks ago is when I told you why I'm not the biggest fan of Lil Durk. This album proves to me why I'm not the biggest fan of Lil Durk. And let me tell you why. Every time I hear Lil Durk on a feature, he doesn't have to be there.
I think
he adds nothing to the song to me.
I think his features on the Donda album carried more weight. And
actually, yeah, all right, that's a good argument but then again, when we were listening to the Donda album, what did I keep asking you?
Who the fuck is that?
Is that Thug?
Yeah, it's the melodic shit. But for me, I did not like his verses on this album, and I'm a Durk fan. I'm not in no shape or form hating on Durk. I know what he means to Chicago and Chicago culture, especially right now without a Kanye or Vic Mensa or anybody prolific in Chicago. For me, I know people are just praising the movie made, talking about his girl's business and shit like that. Fam, you are rapping. You on a song with Drake. You are outside with a killer. Be a killer. I don't want to hear, nigga, we get it. You love India. This is your baby mama, your wife, your queen, all that. This is dope, my nigga. But on a song with Drake, the artist of the decade, I'm not talking about my babe. I love you.
You gotta sit up when you rap this one.
You gotta sit up. You gotta take a few nights. You gotta hydrate. You gotta drink. Nigga, you on a track with Drake. Niggas is killing for the spotlight or to even be in the same room as Drake. You on an album cut. You on a Drake album cut and you talking about your girl. You sound uninspired. Man. And you giving me some weak ass melodies. Fam, we not doing that.
You should have gave me that Fabio Foreign energy on the Off the Grid on that Donda album.
He went crazy. Fabio went crazy. And I know
we're gonna get to it.
We definitely gonna get to that. But yeah, fam, it's all right. TSU, strip club anthem.
I don't give a damn that if there's an R. Kelly sample. I don't care. That song's fire.
This shit right here makes me want to literally get a pole in my bedroom for when for when some girls come over, they could literally. That's the type of song you got to dim the lights and let shorty do the work.
That's a fact.
You got to get some red lights around your room. You got to get some fam. You got to get the baby oil out.
This song made me want to get a hookah and ones.
You definitely hookah. You know what? Hookah and some ones. That's definitely how I felt. We definitely agree.
But that's all I need. Hookah and some ones.
In Too Deep was I like the second half of In Too Deep. Pipe Down. Phenomenal record.
I wish I was in this nigga circle because I know if you were in the industry, he talking about that bitch. He's talking about that bitch.
I'm pretty sure they know. I'm pretty sure they know. Yeba's Heartbreak. Oh my God.
Beautiful song.
I hated that he did that Party Next Door shit. Give me an interlude that could have been a song, but
that was the best interlude since the Summer's Over interlude off of the Views from the Six.
That was crazy. This song right here should have been longer. No Friends in the Industry, a little clickbait joint.
Goes crazy in the whip though. I'll give him that.
No, it's the beat slides. Like he knew what he was doing. Like I know when Drake is chasing a certain crowd when he makes a song. Knife Talk, 21, you smoke that. I like that.
Yo, and Juicy J and Project Pat killed that.
Drake, I love how you got on that beat. They heard Poppy outside. Double R, droppy out. I love that shit because I love when niggas got money and they talking about that shit, but it sounds cool. And I like the pocket he chose because 21 was going crazy. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to slow it down and I'm going to talk my shit.
Yo, 21 killing it.
And trust me, Drake really chooses to stay humble. Nigga got a yacht, a plane. He's getting custom Rolls Royces. If he really wanted to pop his shit to you rap niggas, bro, this nigga was talking about a watch, bro.
This man has watches over 100,000. This man has a Chrome Heart Rolls Royce truck.
Dog, he's a different animal. It's a different type of money. It's a different type of life. And again, back to the argument, what I was saying, I don't think he could really. You never gonna get a super down-to-earth Drake anymore. That part of him, he's in a different space now. Like, you revered. Everywhere you go, you that nigga. Everybody look at you like you the savior. Like, you feel me? In Canada, he's probably a god.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. They look at Kodak with royalty in Florida. I can't imagine Drake in the country.
Exactly. So that 7 a.m. on a brittle path. I know it's a diss record. That shit was crazy. Yes, Drake. I love when niggas talk shit.
He was standing up when he was rapping.
I love when niggas talk shit because I love to talk shit. When I see niggas with the same energy, I like it. And especially when you could back it up. And that beat is insane. And I found the sample he used with the stepping team. It's a stepping team that was performing.
Oh.
And then he took that and made it whoever produced that track, bright future. Oh God. What else we got? Race, My Mind, Fountains with Tim's. It's a vibe, but it's a vibe for the crib.
Forgettable.
You Only Live Twice. I like what he did.
Lil Wayne went crazy.
Lil Wayne went crazy, but he shitted on Swizz Beatz. He definitely
Yeah.
he folded you right up and put you in his pocket. I could tell you that. The Kid Cudi song was cool. And the remorse is like, to me, he was talking about his morality, his mortality. He was talking about his friends and what they contribute to his life.
I like that
the
part.
the space he's in life, like, you know, what he would do and what certain people meant to him. I like that because it's like the OVO is damn near an army now. You get what I'm saying? And he's saying, like, you know, he's talking about the niggas that packed his bags when he's traveling. I like that.
Yeah.
Because Kanye does that in his own way, because Kanye give every nigga credit on the album, and people feel like he got a lot of ghostwriters. But he said in an interview, like, yo, he could have went and got me some coffee while I was recording. I'm gonna give him credit. You feel me? So
that's respect.
I love when these stars, you know, talk about their staff, because you don't know, saying the right name to somebody else could change that person's life, and putting these niggas in this certain position that could literally change the course of their career. But solid album, 7 out of 10 for me. Definitely, I have a good 8 to 10 songs that I'm gonna go back to and make my own playlist with.
In my opinion, I think I can go back to the whole album. It's just one of those albums where it's like it sounds
you gotta
better
be in
by
the mood
myself.
for?
Yeah, I gotta be in the mood for it. I gotta be a more relaxed vibe, dim light. Oh yeah, I listened to this album in the car when it was raining. It sounded a lot better.
Oh, 1000%. By yourself, sounds better. With a girl playing you got to do something with TSU. I'm letting you know. But
with this album now, before we get into Donda,
okay,
I wanted to ask you, where do you see Drake going from this album? So I have two scenarios.
okay.
I think either in a year to two span, he needs to drop a full rap tape. Doesn't have to be an album. It has to be just full straight bar for bar for bar for bar. Just killing us with bars, like mixtape, in my personal opinion. But if he doesn't drop that,
He can't do that. He's gonna lose a lot of his core fan base.
now if he can't do that, I think Drake needs to chill out till 2024. In my personal opinion.
Or what people have been asking is a full R&B tape.
I feel like he kind
But
of gave that to it. With
I feel
this.
like it'd be annoying, because Drake he could sing, but he's not a singer. You know, and this is not to hate.
I'll call this his R&B album. I'll take it.
I don't think that's a full R&B album. I mean, he was
If
singing
there's
on
only
it.
3 slaps on this whole tape, this is an R&B album.
Nah, if he gave us like at least 10 of them Yebba joints, okay, that's a different conversation. But I get what you're saying. I'm not refuting it. But all right, man, let's get to the part of the
Donda.
before
Donda.
we even get to the album. Let me just say this. I don't care if you don't like the music. Let me clarify and put certain things in perspective for you niggas that's listening right now. Jay-Z said something last year that went over a lot of you niggas' heads, and I'm gonna repeat it to you to put certain things in perspective. Jay-Z said, "You got 1 billion streams, but I got $1 billion." I wanna stop right there. Make sense to it as you wish. Replay that in your head as you wish. And number 2, this was a marketing masterclass. You know, I love marketing. I love branding. You know, I love finding different pockets to promote some shit. We promote this podcast. You get what I'm saying? And we try to find different ways to promote it. Fam, which artist do you know that's selling out stadiums just for people to listen to his album? Who do you know? Even the rap niggas that I know, they go to a club or strip club, or they do a listening party and they invite friends and family. Nigga, you charging fans to go and listen to your music? A taste of your music? Something you're gonna change?
Unreleased music.
Unreleased music. So, marketing masterclass. Yeah, Drake had the little billboards, you know, in different cities for the artists. You know, he was posting here and there of him being in the studio, but it did not have the same effects as a nigga that's gonna go replicate his childhood home and literally do the last live show in his hometown, his own city. For me, when I was judging both albums, I went the scales that I used was instrumentation, the production, vocals, how this album was meant to be heard, how cohesive it is, the features, if they made sense, the beats, the pockets, the flows, how different it sounds from everything else that exists in the world. Because I don't want to hear Kanye rapping like Lil Baby. You get what I'm saying? And I know sometimes he spazzed and he went and he was rapping fast, rapping slow, but Kanye still remained Kanye. I love the fact that I know and I could feel he took his time with this album, because Kim was talking about this album damn near right after the 7-track album he had, before even the collab album with Kid Cudi. So just him working for so many years to give us this product, I'm excited. The rollout was amazing. The anticipation was crazy.
The anticipation was dope, but the rollout got tiring at one point.
It got tiring for us as in people that know Kanye typically does.
And it got tiring for the label.
I'm pretty sure they were making money.
I'm sure, but it's like at this point, it's like even the label's like, nigga, we just gonna put this shit out ourselves.
But they know Kanye liked to fix things last minute. That's him, and it makes us fall more in love with the music, because it's like, damn, what the fuck is he gonna change? This sounds good. Like who the fuck? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, he had 3 to 4 more days until people were like, all right, fuck this album. He had 3 to 4 more days.
I say a week. I'll give him a week because he's Kanye. But this album, man, was a masterpiece for me. I'm gonna go out there and jump and say it. This was a masterpiece for me from top to finish. The last part that I found out this week, the Donda chant, was his mom's heartbeat. Is a replica of his mom's last, heartbeat before she passes. That's deep.
Yeah.
Like when you finding shit creative like that to add to the music, and I know you have a good ear for production. Mike Dean is involved. You got some of my favorite people on the track. Fam.
So this album here,
wow.
I want to tell people that this is, they're going to call us the Avengers. I'm wearing a Scorpion shirt. I have to remind everyone. This album right here, I love the album. One, because it sounded like new Kanye music. With Drake's album, it didn't sound like new Drake music. It sounded like more Drake music. More Drake music
in the little, because I think 2 or 3 songs from the Drake project was leaked.
I don't pay attention to leaks, because there's even like, if a leak even comes out, it's under like a different name, so it's like it gives you a different type of anticipation for the album. That's why I kind of like to walk into it blind.
We was banging Kanye leak shit.
Oh no, that's different, because it's the same album. I'm talking about like months on end. Like,
yeah. I feel you.
These shit. Of course, everyone got a taste of that leak. At this point, this man's leaking his whole album by showing it to the world weeks in advance.
True.
But with this album, Kanye literally got me rolling around blasting gospel music.
Nah, it was dope.
This man preaching the Lord and Jesus to people who are probably Muslim, Jewish, all these different religions, and people got them playing them in their whip.
For me, this album gets a 8.5, 9 score for me. The only reason why it's not a full 10 or a 9.5 for me is because I did not get 2 versions. I did not get the explicit version and the clean version. I get it. It's a gospel album. He's trying to be nominated under the gospel category and the hip hop category as well. So I get the marketing behind it, but oh my God, what a beautiful listen, bro.
With this album, I love the production. Of course, the production was amazing, but I was disappointed by Kanye lyrically. I understand that he's older, he's in a different time now, he's in a different space.
He went off on some of the songs.
In some of the songs, but you gotta remember, you're Kanye West. Remember back in 2004 when you were just rapping, standing on tables, like say, yo, let's have a rap battle right now. Mm-hmm. I need that Kanye. Even though I know you're a billionaire, your mind is more on like Yeezy. But that's one thing I didn't get in that album, was like literally like bars. Like that leak song, that Drake leak, the
Life of the Party.
Life of the Party. We need that Kanye, the 30 hours Kanye, no more parties in LA Kanye. Yeah. The freaking the St. Pablo Kanye. Like
that shit was crazy.
When Kanye talks his shit, that's when he is untouchable. No one can stand in literally on the same surface as Kanye. When he talks his shit on that rapping shit.
But it's the same for Drake. When Drake wanna rap for real, nobody can stay there.
That's true.
It's same for Hove. Like when these niggas, the stars, The superstars, the niggas that on the top of the top, like when they start talking shit, bro, Drake be talking about shit I never heard before.
On the Donda album, I feel like I'm mad that the features are not really listed, but like I can just probably look at a couple of them.
And again, that could be marketing. It'd be like, yo, listen to the whole album to find out.
I love that too, because it builds up more anticipation.
Oh my God.
Every feature, I feel like bodied it. Every single feature. Shenseea?
Bad as fuck. Killed it.
She killed it.
Pure Souls,
bro,
I think she was like.
Roddy Rich?
Killed it.
Killed it. 5 Yo Foreign?
Killed it. Nigga, West Side Gun. Killed it.
Bro.
Jay Electronica. Killed it.
I don't care for him anymore. Kendrick ended his career 2 years ago, so he's done. Sorry for me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. When Kendrick does you like that publicly, you done. I'm sorry.
This
you done.
is your opinion.
Done.
But I would like to remind everybody that Jay Electronica, Jay-Z publicly said that's my favorite rapper.
That's good for him.
But okay.
That's his homie. You my homie. You be saying some foul shit, and I gotta stand by it.
That's not true. We talk. We not doing that because you know what? All right, cool.
Don Toliver killed it.
Baby Keem killed it.
Bro, Kid Cudi
murdered. Moon. Listen, I don't do drugs. Moon.
I guess you're in that different pocket. Like
Moon.
This got you floating.
Floating, bro. You on some shrooms. I don't know what they were using in that studio. That nigga Cudi could, bro. Young Thug, I liked it.
Bro, Young Thug killed it. I
liked everything.
Even your boy Dirk, he bodied both his verses.
Oh my God, he went crazy.
Bro, Lil Yachty killed it.
Oh, Yachty definitely.
Playboy Cardi killed both his verses.
The Baby killed it.
The Baby killed it.
Jay-Z killed. How we forgot about Hove? Hove murdered his shit.
I wouldn't say murdered. He was just like, he just did Jay-Z.
But Jay-Z is in a space now where you don't have to prove to you he could rap.
That verse, I just say he was just being Jay-Z. He didn't kill it, but he didn't disappoint. That's just my take on his verse.
Okay. You keep doing that shit.
Okay. I'm being honest.
No, I like it.
Being honest.
I'm not taking a bullet for you, nigga.
Because people love saying, "Oh, y'all going up there sucking dick."
I'm being
100% honest. Everyone knows how big of a Kid Cudi fan I am, and I would say he was not mediocre, but he wasn't his best on the Drake album.
Who?
Kid Cudi's verse.
On what? Moon?
No, on the Drake album.
On the Drake album. Oh yeah, it was straight.
No, Cudi did. He did what he was supposed to do on the A album, of course.
Okay. But yeah, man.
With this album, I would say that like as far as effort, creativity,
rollout, marketing, features.
Just Kanye just doesn't disappoint when it comes to putting out new material. Something that like you never heard before that you can't hear on the last album. Because even his last album was a gospel album.
Yeah. And I love the song about Kim. Oh my God.
And this album sounds completely different from the last gospel album. Because this is like, the last album, it kind of felt like a Jehovah's Witness knocking on your door like, hey, do you have a time to talk about your Lord Jesus Christ? But this album is more of like,
all right, Gary. All right.
But this album actually, like, it feels like, hey, I got up and went to church this morning. That's what this album feels like.
No, it makes it. The album definitely makes you feel good
because Jesus is not shoved down your throat.
Yep. And that's one of the reasons why I used to. I don't know if you black, at least partially, but Kirk Franklin.
I'm fully black, everybody.
A reason why I love Kirk Franklin is because he made hip hop part of gospel music.
He got scrutinized for it.
Well, he got scrutinized for it, but now he's one of the GOATs.
Now you have Pastor Todd making music.
He makes music? Oh, we not doing that.
He has a music video, bro.
Todd?
Yes. Pastor Todd has a music video.
All right.
But I'm not going to get into a conversation where we put our ties.
Yeah. We not doing that.
I don't want to get canceled.
Overall, though, listen, good win for music. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the people that got an opportunity to kind of like, shout out to Tim's, Yebba, Lil Durk, Baby Keem. These opportunities, I'm not going to talk about Travis Scott 21 because these are established acts. For the up and coming acts and people that were less known, you know, if you were featured on the Kanye project or the Drake project, you know, that's a head nod that you doing what you're supposed to do. And even Giveon, your talent is acknowledged, because that was a win for music. That was a win for hip hop. You know, I don't think we ever gonna see the resolution of this beef until maybe when they get old. Just like Jay-Z and Nas, how they finally got cool now.
I'm with all the small entertainment,
but I like it. I think Kanye is a competitor. Kanye is used to being on top his whole career. So when a new nigga is gonna try to claim the throne, he's not gonna go for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's very obvious that with this upcoming Drake album, when he comes up with the tour, I'm sorry, like, homies, y'all can't go out to this concert. You got to bring a female. Yo.
You have to, and I feel like also it was an ego trip for Kanye as well, because Kanye is looking at it like, oh, you think I'm soft because, you know, I'm a Christian now, or I do Christian music. No, I could still put together a nice project. You know, I could still put together like a good amount. Like, I'm still me.
I'm glad you actually brought the fact up, because even though, all right, I don't think I gave my rating for the Kanye album. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Main reason I'm giving the album, it's a good album, but the bars was just not there for me. I'm being 100%.
Yeah, lyrically, I'm not gonna say it was the most lyrical Kanye project, but I feel like when you CP3, you giving niggas alley hoops, you don't need to score 40 points in a game.
At least score 25.
I think he did enough on his end, because you got to think about,
after hearing Life of the Party, I need 3 more of those.
I hear you, but at the same time, you got to understand, Kanye, the average rapper, let's say if the average rapper goes in the studio for 10 hours, Kanye is in the studio for 20 hours, because not only is he doing his verse and tweaking it, he's gonna go in the mind of, he's going in as with the mind of a producer as well. So now I have double the workload for my own project, which is my baby.
I understand.
And I want it to sound different. So for me, you know, the Kanye that we got, I think he had to separate himself from the producer, his producer self, from his rapper self, to kind of come up with something. And I think it was a happy medium. Because if he went super focused as a rapper, then the production would have suffered. Sorry.
Oh yeah, and one last critique I'm gonna give about Kanye and Donda. My guy, you can't be set tripping. You can't be like set claiming at 45, bro. On GD, I'm just gonna assume you talking about God.
I like that shit,
bro. You can't be.
I'm from Chicago, nigga. He said it, Southside.
But you gonna claim GD at 45?
Hey,
you ain't claim GD when you were 40, 35, 30, 25.
Cool, but it's cool
45.
for Drake to claim he got mob ties. Like, them niggas, I'm not saying Kanye has never portrayed himself to be a gangster his whole career, but at the same time, you got to understand, with these niggas being powerful like that, you think Kanye is going to walk on the street by himself untouched if he don't have protection in certain cities?
All I'm saying is, if you want protection, get security, because there ain't no 401k in the gang community. That's all I'm gonna say.
Are we gonna ever talk about Ruga in that song GD, the GD anthem?
First of all,
it sounds better live. That nigga went crazy.
That song was dope, but my guy, you're playing a GD anthem for a freaking ceremony for your mother,
bro, and.
Bad timing.
At the listening event of a Christian album, that nigga went crazy. They don't let their GDs in the dope. I'm like, whoa. I am not on the block.
I thought Kirk Franklin was gonna come out, but I see this
nigga.
And there is some reaches too. There is some people were saying that, oh, Shensia is only on the album because there was rumor that she was pregnant for Drake's baby. I'm like, what?
That would be a petty move, but have you seen how she looked?
Oh, I know what she looks like, but I was talking about like,
you just capped for now. You was like,
no.
What a shit a nigga would say when the camera is around.
No, I thought you meant that.
No.
Shit, who? But no, I didn't. I thought you were alluding to the fact that she's pregnant or not. Like, oh, but yes, I know what Shensia looks like. Yes.
Nice young lady, right?
Very, very acceptable. Yes.
Very. Oh man! Oh shit, man!
And before we get out, I actually want to ask you, real quick, do you have a favorite Kanye album and a favorite Drake album?
I have a favorite Kanye album, but I don't
Really
have
quickly. You don't got to explain.
No. But I don't have a favorite Drake album. My favorite Kanye album is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd have to say 2 for Drake. I got to give you my top 2. I feel like Scorpion would have to be on there for me because I like the fact that he gave us the rap shit and the R&B shit on the second half, and then I like Take Care.
Take Care. Okay.
Take Care. That album was important to me. Just trust.
I would say that mine are unpopular opinions. It kind of fluctuates, but with Drake, it's actually More Life. 'Cause I played the most out of all his albums.
Okay.
And I love the
I like
life
the
of,
outro of that one.
and I love the Life of Pablo. Because real quick on the reason why I love the Life of Pablo out of all his albums, because the first time I listened to the Life of Pablo, that was the first time I've ever listened to an album, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best shit I've ever heard.
Wow, I would have never thought that.
I had that same feeling while I listened to Astro World. It's like fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just like my.
That explains a lot. That explains in a good way. I'm not. There's no Kanye.
Because like I'm 100% honest. I'm not gonna be that one nigga that's like, oh, freaking College Dropout is my favorite album. Like nigga, you haven't heard the album in 2 years, bro. Come on, bro.
For longer than that for a lot of niggas. But yeah, man. Wow.
Yeah, man. A lot of opinions was taken out. I'm pretty sure a lot of hate messages are gonna come my way.
1000%.
I'm here with all the smoke. This is all entertainment, everybody.
Yeah, all entertainment, all subjective. And listen, if you want to formulate your own opinion, listen to the album.
Or come on the show.
Exactly. That's it. That's that on that.
Do shit. So obviously, even though we're about to like head out of here, I just want to say thank you for everyone that's been watching the YouTube, listening to us on all the streaming services. We appreciate the support, and we do see all of you that want to support. And yes, all the people that's been hitting us up on one that wanted to come on the show, we see the messages. Yes, just gotta remember, we don't. When you guys say jump, when you guys tell us to jump, we're not gonna say how high. Like if we want you on the show, it all depends on timing.
And it has to make sense with the content we're gonna put out. Let's say 1 week we're talking about flowers. If you breed pit bulls, you can't come on the show because we talking about flowers. It has to flow. It all comes down also to the topics we picked out. If we have a lot of topics that has relations to women topics, in a sense we call them, then we would like to have a female on the show. And also time flies. We only record once a week, so every 4 guests is a month. So if you've been hitting us up and you trying to get on the show and you feel like we dodging you, we're not. It's just we have a list of people to get through and we trying our best.
For real. And yeah. So where you go by, Cheech?
I go by the name of Cheech, aka man, I'm outside. AKA I'm outside. AKA be safe out here.
I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka certified in every category.
Okay. All right. These are some hard takes. I know your ass is gonna. Okay, it's coming. The messages are gonna come. So.
We'll see you on the next episode. All right.
Yes, sir.